Hello, awakened soul. Once again here, Master Brannaa for you guys. I just stopped by to do a video on a theme, what we call the paradigm. There's one of you guys who were saying something about her paradigm is rigged, right? And she wanted to know why is she suffering so much. She cannot be prosper. It's hard for her to make money and keep it. It's very hard for her to manifest anything and keep it permanently. And she wanted to know why. Why is it that everything is always so hard for her to achieve, right? And then for her, she said that she thinks that her paradigm is rigged. So I'm doing this video to bring clarity on what paradigm is and how we can go by to address it. With that said, the paradigm is actually the set of belief system that we have within ourselves, within our consciousness that took sources or took place from our conditioning. Okay, so pretty much how did this work? What happened is that what we see, what we hear, actually is somehow registered to our mental mind, and when it's registered to our mental mind, which in turn also is set into our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind then would just take it as a sponge. Our subconscious is like a sponge. It will suck it in and then it will stay there, and whenever we want to act upon something, whatever belief we have accepted as real, either negative, positive or limiting, that mind, that set of belief will be the one to react. It will be the one to direct you. It will direct your life, right? So that's what we call it, the unconscious. And that if we do not address the unconscious within us, which is our limiting belief, or we don't know who we are, then that unconscious will direct our life without us even knowing, right? And then we can be suffering without knowing why we are living that way. So the paradigm is a set of belief that is seated in our subconscious mind, and that is actually running our life. And why people suffer, or I did suffer myself. I went through a lot of limiting belief, and I couldn't stand a marriage. I couldn't stand keep a relationship. I couldn't keep a job, right? In my early life, I didn't know why until when I had the same situation repeated itself a lot. Then I made a decision to discover, to know why and what was it. And that's where I find a coach that guided me into understanding what limiting beliefs was. So the paradigm can be positive or can be negative, which is just a set of belief, right? And we usually our paradigm is on serve or serve a belief that we carry from our childhood, and it was instilled into us through our education, through our culture, through our environment, through our family culture, and so on and so forth. And it might be helping us or not helping us. But if we find out that it's not helping us, in sense, for example, we are not prosper, or we are prosper but it doesn't last. We are always worried. We feel that we are powerless. We feel that we cannot have what we want when we want it. Then it means that we have a limiting paradigm, which or another word, a limiting belief, right? And when we have a limiting belief and a limited paradigm, something that is limiting our spirit from expressing itself, the way it wants to express itself, meaning the spirit itself, the true self, right? Our true nature, our divine nature, is abundance, is prosperity, is health, is wholeness, is harmony, right? And if we are not living the life to that standard, then something is limiting us, and usually it's our limiting belief. It's the belief that we have incurred in our childhood, that we are incurred within our family, our culture, or our education. And what we need to do actually is to get rid of them, or to replace them with the highest thought, with the highest belief. We have to then do what I usually call deconstruct those limiting beliefs and replace them with the highest belief. With that said, then you have to note that you were not born to suffer. God cannot incarnate itself on this earth through you and to suffer. Right? It cannot incarnate itself, represent itself through you, and not have prosperity or not have abundance. So if you are not having prosperity, you're not having abundance, then there's something, there's a transgression of the principle of law within you, right? That is making you not have that. So we have to bring you back to wholeness by bringing you into highest vibration, right? So you have to transcend, you have to work to transcend those limiting beliefs. You have to work to transmute those limiting beliefs so that you can be able to open up to the flow of the highest consciousness, to love, unconditional love, to abundance, to harmony, to prosperity, to indefinite creativity, whatever. Okay, but if you are not, then that's the point, that's the problem. And so how do you do that? And first of all, let's say, how do you do that? In my case, I didn't know that I had limiting belief. I didn't know that I was the creator of my own reality. I didn't know that that life happened to me and that life happened for me. I didn't know that life happened for me. I used to think that life is happening to me. I didn't know that I was the power, and I did not live in authenticity at the time. I wasn't living in authenticity. I wasn't being authentic. I was not in alignment. So my mental mind was telling me something else, my physical body was doing something else, my emotional mind was unstable, and therefore my spirit was shrinked. My soul was shrinked within the whole four aspect of myself. And so that's why I was on disalignment, right? I was not aligned, and it caused me to have divorces. I married 2 or 3 times and divorced. When I say 3 times, because the 2 was real, and the second one was like like being fiancé, right? And it didn't work. And then also, I usually had a job and quit and all that. So there were those limiting beliefs based on what I saw my mother did, what I heard in my culture about me not being capable, and many other things, right? I didn't see my mom being prosper, right? And so I always had a hard time, have money and keep money. So to say it all, you don't have to live that way. You don't have, and if you're living that way, there's something somewhere that has to be addressed, that has to be transcended. The limited belief has to be transcended, has to be transmuted for you to be able to live a fully loaded life, meaning that to live in wholeness, to live in prosperity, in abundance, and permanently. That's the main word, to live in those flow permanently. So with that said, what I did, first of all, the first thing I did was being aware, and a coach brought me into that stage. I went to find out why I was divorcing, why nothing was working in my life, and I thought that somebody was doing it to me, somebody was in control of my life, right? I believed somehow even in witchcraft, right, at the time, and then that person reminded me of my thought and walked me through the process, meaning that she brought me to be aware of what I think, what I carry in my mind, right? And from that time, then I went on to read many books to understand many things, and then I went back after 1 or 2 years to another coach again that helped me to live in the present and helped me to get rid of all limiting belief from my mind. And I spent more than 1 year with that coach, with that highest coach, and I pay a lot of money there. I worked every day to, first of all, address my shadow self, and then second, address my inner child, and then third, cleanse my chakra, and then fourth, I had to address all the limiting belief, and all that, and then I have to stabilize my emotion. And I went from there on to then stay on the path, doing my meditation every day, and then also I read a lot. I follow a great grandmaster like Rumi, like Buddha, like Jesus the Christ, like Michael Berkowitz, and all that. So I follow all of them. I read their book. I meditated. I became vegan. I now want to clean my physical body so that my spirit can speak to me more. And I went on after that to do a lot of chakra healing, to do the Kundalini healing. When I traveled to many countries, India, South Africa, all that, in search of cleansing, of purification, right, and growth. And so pretty much what I'm saying is that those are the things that I did, and that's what I teach to them. That's how I bring my client to reconnect with their higher self. I do the same thing. I teach them the same thing. I show them how to do it, and then they get there. So you can do the same thing. So if you feel like you are limited, that you are blocked, you are stuck in some way, or whatever, then you need to either work on all this that I tell you, meditate, clean, check your limiting belief, and try to shift your mind. Do yoga, to address and open your physical body more, and do affirmative prayer. There are many things, right? Address your inner child, check your shadow self, and all that. So those are some clues that you can work on, right? Because you don't have to live that way. As a divine being, as a child of God, as the God representation itself, you are meant to be abundant. You are meant to prosper. You are meant to live in alignment. You are meant to have what you need when you want it. You are meant to be a creator. You are meant to bring solution to life, to humankind, and then lay in your bed and make that money, right? So you are a manifestor. But if there's a blockage, then you need to cleanse them. So I hope this video helps you to understand where you stand and to see why you are having all those repeated problems. And if you think that you want to go further and you are serious about taking care of those limiting beliefs and free yourself from those boundaries, so you can create an unlimited life, so you can create abundance, prosperity, so you can have what you want whenever you want it, so you can attract the relationship of your life, so you can make money and fluently and in flow. All that, if those are the things that you are looking for and you want to do that, if you practice what I told you on your own, or you find another spiritual teacher, another spiritual coach, or anyone else that can support you in that way, because believe me, you don't have to live that way. God cannot create you to limit you again, right? All is all about you. You have to take responsibility, and you have to find someone that can walk you through that path, right? And then from there you will probably see. So with that in mind, please guys, leave me a comment. Let me know if this video did help you catch something. Let me know if there's anything that I'm saying that resonates with you, that makes sense. As we all know, I healed. I came to this highlight, thank God. But we are all in together, because I'm still on earth. I'm still here with you guys, and I'm just trying my best to show you the way, right? And to be able to live from that place of presence, and that place of oneness with myself, and then I let the spirit within me take charge of my body, and then it brings to life anything that I need to be able to live on with. So leave me a message, leave a comment, tell me, let me know if what I say resonates with you, if anything that else that I can talk about that you feel like you want to hear, and let me know if my story resonates with you also. And then and if you really you are really serious about being coach, being about being teach or being healed, then you can direct message me, or you can leave me a comment, and I will reach out to you. Okay, so this was just to share about the paradigm shift and how to shift it and why we should shift it, and I hope it does help you guys. Once again, I'm Master Brannaa, and I come to you with love, I come to you with harmony, I come to you with peace within, and I let you now into grace. Okay, so once again, have a wonderful evening or night wherever you are. I am speaking to you from the lagoon, from the Long Beach, California, and here it is. Yeah, just having some happy hour time. Everything's cool, and just being happy, and and letting nature, taking care of me. That's all. So love you guys all. Bye bye.